Hello, welcome to Drummers Lane BSP WM4 OJU. For the people who want to know where we are when we start these walks, I'll be honest with you, I've no fucking clue where I am. All I know is that that way is the road that takes you to Bryn from Wigan, and behind me is another road. I'm not even sure where the M6 is. I can see the M6 over there, so the M6 is that way, and Bryn. Anyway, it's a Wigan walk in it. So shall we crack on? I've already got something stuck in my shoe. I've not even done anything yet. I've only got out of the car. Anyway, yeah, crack on, shall we? There's some kind of water place thing they're going on, and I won't be able to pick this up or not, but there's a lot of noise here. So something's going on there, and in the field down there, there's a more recent structure, but no noise down there. I had a recce before I started filming. Anyway, the main thing is we're here for a walk. It's 19:09, so a bit of a late start this time, but hopefully it's going to be mainly on footpaths and roads like this, which is nice. We like this because, well, there's plenty of room to keep away from the nettles and the brambles and all that kind of thing. Oh, the birdies. Oh, what kind of bird was that? Sure that had a red beak. So I'm not going to hurt you, baby. I can't even see you, baby. I always have a habit of bumping into some kind of animal life when we do these videos. Oh, it's a bit rude. Let's come back the way for which we just came. Anyway, here we are in a completely new area for me. So you just about make out the motorway over there. He says, nothing goes past. Oh, there you go. So you got the motorway over there. I think that's the motorway anyway. Was that the motorway over there? Or was that the same thing? It might be the same thing. Anyway, I do love it when I haven't got a clue where I am. Now this is a road, which is a bit worrying. But thus far, not seen anything come down it yet. Well, that doesn't obviously mean that nothing will come down it. But apart from the noise of the motorway, it is quite peaceful here. Pulling up, seen a couple of people walking the doggies. Now we got a fork in the road. And this weird tree. Quite a lot of water here as well. That tree is quite spooky. Now, do I want to go down here? Or is that a farmhouse? Oh no, there's a bridge there. Right, so I'll go down here, go towards the bridge. So, update, I've got my bearings. That is a place that used to have all the big cranes and cherry pickers and all that kind of thing back in the day. Move around, you can see there the sculpture in the middle of the picture, and that's on the roundabout at the end of the slip road for the motorway. So what we're looking at here is in fact the slip road for the motorway. So the motorway itself, it'll be the other side of those trees over there. So we can't actually see the slip road from here. Sorry, we can't actually see the motorway from here, but we can easily see the slip road. So yeah, I now know where I am. Okay, I've already gone wrong, I think. I don't think this is a footpath, I think this is someone's drive. and I don't think it's going to take us to the bridge. So we may well be going straight back from whence we came already. And this is a record even for me. That's a nice little walk, isn't it, going down a dead end? I do enjoy that. Right, get back to the weird tree. Quite a lot of birds there. All living oh, they're all rather camera shy. Oh well, I was going to have a chat with them, but they can, well, they buggered off. That's almost a work of art. That's actually nicer, in my opinion, than the slug in Hay Hall walled gardens, the art installation they put in. And that's natural, completely natural. Anyway, yeah, looks like we're cracking on up here. Hopefully not disturbing any more of the neighbours. Not that they are my neighbours, but you know what I mean. Another, I don't know what it is. Listening post or something. They've got a windsock. Surely people don't come in here via helicopter. Very weird. Anyway, it's not what we're here for. We are here for this walk. Right. So this is, I assume, the motorway. I don't know for definite. Yeah, this is the motorway. No, it's not, it's a slip road to the motorway. Because it's only 2 lanes. So that makes sense. So that's the bit where you go onto the motorway, and that's the bit where you come off the motorway. So we carry on. This, it's kind of classed as a 2-lane road. Now I know I'm on the wrong side of the road. Because I'm trying to keep out of the shade and keep in the shade. And it's not exactly the busiest road in the world that I've ever been on. So I thought I heard something coming then, but there you go. It shows you, doesn't it? You never know what's around the corner. Talking of which. Oh, someone coming. No, it's a farm. Now it's on the other side to get in the shade. And also on the outside of the corner as well. So if anyone does come, we've got more of a chance of being seen. Where do we go now? It's got a gate on it. So is that private land? Could be. We'll keep on the main road. Use the term main loosely. Oh, we are about to cross the motorway. I can see the bridge ahead. And here we are. The M6 takes you from, well, up north, past Preston, Lancashire, Lancaster, all the way up to Carlisle. And south, it takes you pretty much to, well, it takes you to the M1, which will then take you to London. Obviously many other things you can do, but that is the main function of the M6, to get people from one area to the other. And Yeah, if we could spot there's a footbridge over there. You can't see anything on that side. So let's have a look and see what's round the corner. There's a concrete block there for no apparent reason. Wow, there's someone lives here. Crikey. Who said that? It's not actually that noisy, considering I can still see the fence. So that's not so bad. Oh, I thought they put Christmas lights on that. It's barbed wire. I always get the two confused. My ex was furious one Christmas. Oh, tree was never the same. Magic cat didn't go near it. Right, it says public footpath there, but I can't imagine it's very widely used. I mean, it's kind of there, isn't it? Let's have a look. It's a bit slimy here as well. There's loads of bricks. Loads and loads of bricks. I feel like I'm going into someone's back garden. No, I'm not liking the look of this. No, there's no footpath there. Someone's lying to me. So we'll go back to the main footpath. Maybe do this in the winter. Come back here when there's no overgrownery. And I got my boots on, because this will be incredibly muddy, I would have thought. So, keep going around. Invasive species. Boo. Right, so we've got a double corner here. See what's at the other side of the double corner. A fence with tinsel on it. I know it's not as funny a second time round, but you know, you've got to try these things, haven't you? I'll be honest, there's not really a lot to see. Yeah, literally surrounded by huge hedges, which is good, because when I was a child, the majority of fields had hedges around them, and they were great for wildlife, birds nesting, mammals, insects, all that kind of thing. And then in the late 80s, early 90s, they all got ripped out, the hedges, and replaced by these massive open fields, which in their own way have kind of caused problems with wind erosion, because there's no hedges to slow the wind down, and obviously flooding, and the fact that well, the animals and the insects have nowhere to live anymore, or travel around, using them as little corridors, a bit like me. Imagine me as a little vole in a massive hedge, being able to get around from here, there and everywhere. And then all of a sudden the hedge is gone, and the predator bird is up there watching you walk across open ground, and suddenly you're lunch. It's a tragic story, but always has a happy ending, because the predator bird managed to raise 5 chicks that year. So there you go. So we've come off at Rycroft Farm, and they have strictly no parking sign, private land, access required all the time. Hello. Anyway, Looks like two people come out of here, so I assume that this would be a continuation of the footpath. Right. These leaves look most like holly leaves. Ah, because we're under holly trees. So suddenly now we've got, again, absolutely no idea where I am. I mean, obviously I know where I am, but weird. No idea where I'm heading. It's very pretty though, isn't it? Dum 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 dum. That's all I know. Dead bird carcass, lovely. You can see there woodland, and then that's the farm house and barns and everything, which they are very keen that you don't go nowhere near, which is fair enough. So I head up here, and we'll be at the gate. Okay, there's, you can see that or not, but there's walkways and then fenced off areas and lots of trees kind of lying around. So what the hell's that? Very weird. Is it got a charity thing, or is it like horses, training them to jump over things, or what? I don't know. Anyway, my main concern is, where am I going? There you can see fences and everything. Very strange. This is a long, narrow footpath. Again, dum 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 dum. Or are we entering Narnia? Okay, there's a tent in there, a big one. Well, more of a canopy. So I'm wondering if it's something to do with maybe teaching kids about nature, school trips, that kind of thing. As we continue on our merry way. More tinsel. There's something then over there. Oh, someone walking around in there, that's what it is. It's fair enough. My God! This goes on. This was the opening credits. By the time we get to the end of this, with the closing credits. This is crazy. Surely to God this is not an old railway line. That structure there, that concrete, just seemed a bit too, I don't know, out of place. We've got a field on one side, we're on a hill. Admitted it's not a very steep hill, but it's still a hill. And where the hell, if it was a railway line, would it be going? I'll tell you when we get there. Another one of these completely oversized fences. And the woodland has just turned into woodland now on the other side. And it's still a field behind the hedge on this side. So I'll keep going. Generally thought this would be opening out into something. It's not, of course. Okay, it doesn't shut automatically. There you go. Gets there for a reason. Little seating area. Just randomly placed here. Ah, we got a turn, a corner coming up. So what's around the corner? Genuinely, I have no idea. We'll find out when we get through this next dum 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 bit. So we come out of there, and we've come here. Genuinely can't really see what's going on. Wigan's all the way down there. So the next question is, are we still in Wigan? So undoubtedly my eyes isn't helping the situation. Oh, there you go. Interesting. So there's a gate at the end of this. One thing it has to be said that the invasive species has not made it here. We've got a forest of thistles. All seem to be doing very well. They're all doing what they do with their polleny, sugar thing, whatever you call them, depending where you are in the country. But I'm more interested in what's up to the gate. Well, the gate, there's another footpath that carries on down there. But there's another footpath that goes this way. And I'm more intrigued about this one, because I think that one is going to take me further away. This one might bring me out. Well, God knows. Again, it might be a dead end. There's only one way to find out. So it's 1944, and we are heading. Okay, now I'm really confused, because we've got another footpath there. But I'll be brutally honest with you, that doesn't make sense, because we've already crossed that footpath, or have we crossed that footpath? I don't know. It's the brow of a hill there. I'm going to go to the brow of the hill and see if I can see which way around I want to go. Okay, you got the motorway down there, Wigan down there, you've got Manchester all the way over there. So it's quite high up, but yeah, it's gate at the end as well. I'm going to go down this one. This one seems more interesting, so I'm going to go this way. Right, so I've just passed a family who are coming up here, so that's a good sign. But I've absolutely no idea. I mean, am I in a kind of a maze? Or is it an actual footpath? I'm very, very, very confused. Anyway, get to the corner. Let's see where this takes us. Alright, okay, another long walk. So, crack on. So, I'm beginning to think now this is some kind of labyrinth, private land, something like that. Because we've got this lovely fence on both sides, which looks fairly new, and it doesn't seem to lead anywhere. And I've seen other fences on the other side, so I'm wondering if this is going to take me down to the bottom and then spit me back up again to the top, or if there is going to be a way to get into the footbridge, which I can now see actually. Zoom in. See the footbridge there between the trees near the tower thing? So that could be interesting. Either way, yeah, I'm going to take a guess. Someone's just coming to my head. Windy Harbour? Is that where I am? I don't know. It's not an area of Wigan I'm overly familiar with. This is my first ever visit, so you have to bear with me. Anyway, let's let the... Right, okay. So this looks more promising now. This looks like an actual footpath, and I can see an actual footbridge. Where will the footbridge bring us out? Or is it even a footbridge? Is it the road bridge I went over before? Only one way to find out. So I'm now in this rather open area. This footpath that takes us, it looks like it's going to the footbridge. And I assume it's a footbridge because it doesn't seem to be very wide. Someone else walking towards me from the left, walking the dog. We're going through what was a gate and back towards the M6. Right, it's getting very noisy now because we are pretty much at the level of the motorway. And here we go, footbridge. I can't remember last time I went over a footbridge over a motorway. There you go. M6. After it got widened into a, quote, smart motorway. And I think that's the footbridge, the road bridge we went over before down there. So I do seem to be doing some kind of loop, which is good. Very good, in fact. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I'm a very old man. They're sounding the horns and flashing the lights at me. And I still get the same tickle out of it as I did when I was a kid. Not that I ever had when I was a kid. But you know what I mean. Right then. So we're over on this side. We got warnings here. Sheep grazing. Okay, I'll take your word for it. Anyway, we can see where the path is. Get over here. So basically, don't attack the sheep and don't tip them. But nice of them to give us a clear path. Again, it feels like something, I don't know, out of a movie or something a bit, a bit spooky. Or one of them weird weddings they have on soap operas where they use a field and they mow the grass. Anyway, let's see what happens when we get to the top of the hill. It bends round. So I'm more intrigued now as to where it's going to bring us out, because the road bridge is to my right that we crossed. But we're heading back to where I wanted to be, but I don't know how we're going to get back onto the road. They do like the weird fencing around it here, don't they? Because look, once again, we've got kind of fenced off area there in the distance. Basically got 4, maybe more fenced off areas. And then you got this entire field that is simply just a field. This is a road. Now, is this the road? Oh, come on, I wouldn't have missed. I wouldn't have missed a gate that big. And as sure as hell would not have Mr. Style. Or would I? No, this is a different road. I don't remember the patchwork. So, and I definitely wouldn't have missed that. So if we go this way, this will probably take us back to the road that I was on when I crossed the road bridge. It might be the one that I thought was a private road for houses and things like that. But as I always say, it's the only way to find out. And that's try not to trip up. But it's still going on, it's quite bendy. Yeah, where will we emerge? Emerge? Yeah, emerge. Okay, so get past that gate. And yeah, it does look like it is that road that had the houses on it. Moderately posh houses as well. Modest, but posh. Make that singular house. This Highbrook stables. Ah, that might explain the fence layout. Maybe they have multiple horses out at the same time. Maybe horse riding lessons, something similar. So that would make perfect sense. Anyway, the good news is, I think we are back. So look this way. Yeah, that's what I saw before. So we are back on the road that would take you. Yeah, there's the bridge, motorway bridge. So yeah, we're now heading back from whence we came. It's amazing how much the shadows have changed in the last period of time. Sun's gone behind the trees and it's gone quite shady now, but it's still warm. It's still particularly warm, which is great. Summer in it should be. Although, time of recording, we're about to have our 5th, quote, heat wave of the year. Anyway, let's crack on. So back over the slip road, which goes over under the M6. I couldn't record before because there was a couple in the car parked up here, so I couldn't show you that bit. You got that bit there as well. So yeah, back from whence we came. Just noticed this one was walking past. Invasive species. There's only one on this side of the road. There's quite a few on the other side of the road. There's only one on this side of the road. So let's make it none on that side of the road. There we go. It's my job for the environment. You're welcome. I'm not pulling them all out though. I mean, you know. They've just got soil issue. Damn. This is the battle lines, isn't it? Invasive species gets more and more. Domestic gets less and less. But that side of the road isn't so bad. There are patches, but nowhere near as bad as this side. So yeah, excellent. Creepy tree again. I love it, I love it, I love it. So we're back here at the start, and it is now the time, that is, not the year, he says, trying to get the thing to work, 2011. So it's, yeah, not too bad. That is the view that I showed you earlier on. It was a bit cruel, because this is the view that you should see. And that's another footpath. I did not take that footpath. That footpath takes you back down to the Bryn Road, apparently. And yeah, didn't take that. But that was quite nice. Short walk. Fairly over thingy-my-bobby. I prefer like glorious sunshine, but you know, you can't have everything. A bit of a sweat on, because it is still summer. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed it. Don't forget, you can like, share and subscribe. You can also follow the various playlists that we have. We've got Wigan Watch, Wigan's Lost History, Rediscovered, and this, Wigan Walks. There's 2 playlists for Wigan Walks at present. And also, yeah, you've got a subscribe button as well. So feel free to do any of those. Comment as well, particularly if you're an expat who used to hang around these joints, because a lot of people seem to do that and enjoy looking at the videos of me walking around with what it looked like now, as opposed to what it did when you were a nipper. Anyway, that is it. Thank you for watching. Till next time. Goodbye. I might go back, actually.